Well, hi once again, everybody. Welcome to another, what promises to be another fantastic edition of the Best Damn Golf Podcast in the world. And you know that is the 19th Hole Podcast for golfers. I'm your host, Dennis Silvers, and we've got a terrific show for you today. We got a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on in the world of golf. Plus, on top of that, we've got a terrific guest for you that I'm sure you're going to enjoy, and you're going to enjoy hearing about the great project that he's got underway. The weather here in Las Vegas, it's hot, baby. It's hotter than Rihanna in a bikini, for crying out loud. But you know me, I love hot weather. So it's 109 today. They expect to break some records over the weekend. So the word is hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. And what's that mean? More beer, I guess, for anybody. But anyway, I want to talk to you about a couple things before we bring Paul on camera. Today marks the first in a series of tournaments for the LVI Golf League. I call it the Saudi Golf League. They're kicking off at a place called the Centurion Club, which is in London, England. They've got 48 players that have signed up, and they're going to have 12 teams. So there's a lot of speculation about how this thing is going to do, whether they're going to be able to survive the first year with no television contract. But you say, well, how the hell can I see it, Dennis? You can go on YouTube, and I think they have it on Facebook or something like that. But if it's all successful, I guarantee you by the end of this thing, they will end up with a television contract. You're probably aware that several top PGA Tour players have decided to play this tour, despite warnings from the PGA Tour Commissioner and other officials about being suspended and so on and so forth. Let me give you just a couple of names that have made the jump. Players like Phil Mickelson, of course, a lot in the news. Patrick Reed, Bryson DeChambeau, and I'm telling you right now, I believe Bryson DeChambeau is the kind of guy that's going to end up suing the PGA Tour for non-competitive issues, antitrust, whatever the hell you want to call it. So we'll just have to wait and see. Lee Westwood is gone. My homie, Kevin Na, resigned from the PGA Tour to jump over there. Dustin Johnson is going over there. And listen, you can't blame them. With the amount of money they're throwing at these guys with no cut events, and they're not playing all year, come on, you really got to give it some serious consideration. Also about consideration, next week, the U.S. Open is being played at the Country Club in Brookline, Massachusetts. Great club, par 70. Plays about 7,300 yards, which is a good test of golf. I've got some of the top picks for you. Jon Rahm is the favorite at 12-1. I think that's a total joke. Justin Thomas, Scotty Scheffler at 12-1. Rory McIlroy, who's starting to play some good golf again, 14-1. Colin Morikawa, who I love. Cameron Smith, 16-1. Brooks Koepka, who just got married. Jordan Spieth is 20-1. Former homeboy, my buddy Charlie Hoffman, not very good, way down there, 320-1. Of course, Tiger Woods, as I predicted, is not going to play the U.S. Open, needs to get stronger. And Paul Casey, a friend of mine, pulled out. He's having some continuing back issues. So we hope Paul gets better, because I like him and I like the way he plays, and he's always a good competitor. So we've got time. You've got time to make a bet. I've got a couple of good long shots, but we'll talk about that later in the show. All right, let me tell you a little bit about our special guest today. Paul Page is the co-founder of Back Nine Golf. He is also a developer. He's also an attorney. And Paul is also a longtime golfer. Paul's family has about 50 years of experience in the food and beverage and entertainment industry in Indianapolis. Back Nine Golf and Entertainment is a state-of-the-art golf entertainment facility located in Indianapolis, right off the White River. And if you're not familiar with the river, I think it dumps into the Wabash or something like that. This is a $30 million 58,000 square foot venue that offers both indoor and outdoor activities, surrounded by a 3-story golf range. This is going to be their flagship store, which intimates that they're going to open other locations. It offers 75 hitting bays, an outdoor music pavilion, and party rooms, and also VIP suites, which of course I would be sitting in, and it sounds like quite the experience. So right now, let's bring up our special guest from the range itself, Mr. Paul Page. Paul, thanks for taking time out to come on the show, buddy. I know that you're busy.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Paul, was it because of your family's background that you got interested in getting into the golf entertainment business? How did that come about?
Well, actually, it was quite the opposite. So my partner, Neil Burnett, who was a contractor, came up with the idea. He had met some people out in Oklahoma, and this technology came about for tracking golf balls and the games and so forth, the new technology. And he came up with the idea, and I said, you know what, Neil, back when I was at Butler University playing football, my buddies and I, we used to work for my father at a place called Don't Ask. It was about it was a place that had 10 bars in it, and about 1,000 people, 1,500 people came in through the night.
Wow.
We would bartend there, and the football players would be the bouncers and so forth. Well, I learned within a year that that's hard work. You stay up till 5 o'clock in the morning. You don't get up till 2 o'clock. I said, Neil, I understand what you're talking about, but I don't want to go backwards. I want to go forwards. And because back then I went from being a bartender to an attorney. Now you want me to go backwards in this industry? And I said, I'm not sure I want to do that. Well, we looked into it, and my other partners, Steve Alexander, had a piece of land, 10 acres on the river. And he wanted to do apartments or something. I said, well, I'm not interested in that either. So what happened, we married the two ideas, one, golf entertainment, and the river. And I'll tell you, it's a beautiful idea. So rather than actually going backwards, with this, I'm actually going forward. We're back to my roots.
That's great. What got you interested in law anyway?
I actually wanted to be an attorney since I was in kindergarten, believe it or not.
Wow.
So my buddies, I grew up in a tough neighborhood, and my buddies were always getting in trouble, and I was getting them out of trouble with all the teachers.
And you might as well get paid for it, right?
Well, back then I did not get paid for it. As a matter of fact, I got in trouble with the teachers.
Oh my God, that's good, Paul. You've got companies, and you're obviously well aware of this with your partners. Companies like Top Golf, Big Shots, 5-Iron Golf, Drive Shack, and we mentioned a new facility opening here in Las Vegas by Flight Golf and Entertainment. So why are you taking on all of this competition, so to speak? It's got to be a tough industry right now.
Well, it's a tough industry, but you got to understand there's less than 100 of these venues. So you look at, if you're going to go bowling, there's 5,000 of those. You go out to golf courses, there's 10,000 of those. Actually, there's not very many of these venues.
Interesting, because all these people have growth plans, and I remember the first time I had the CEO of Top Golf on, very, very nice guy. I asked him what their plans were to grow in the future, and he said, Dennis, real simple. We're going to open up between 8 and 10 stores a year. And I said, you've got to be kidding me. And sure enough, boom, you saw what happened to them.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, wow. What would you say, Paul, is the primary factor that's going to separate you from all of this competition? Is it the location? Is it the price point? Food and beverage? What is it?
Well, I think it's threefold. One, the technology is really different. Okay, we use a radar-based system tracking the balls, not a chip in the ball. So it's 99% effective. And with that technology, you can not only play games, you can also play golf courses, which obviously, at least here in Indianapolis, they can't play golf courses at our competitor. So that sets us apart from a technology standpoint. Secondly, like you said, our family's been in the food business for 50 years. done a pretty good job at it. My dad started David's in 1970.
Uh-huh.
I was born in 64. Based upon my Social Security information, my first paycheck was in 1972, so I was, what, 8? So I've been working in that industry for a long period of time. They have Primo Catering Hall, Don't Ask, which also that I mentioned, and a restaurant called La Scala. So we've been in the industry for a long period of time, and we're Italian, so we think we serve pretty good food. We like to take care of people. So that's the second part of this, I think, that separates us from our competitor. And and the last one is entertainment. So I mentioned to you earlier that I went out to Las Vegas and to take a look at some venues out there.
Right.
And when I went to the Aria, we went to a show, and they had pretty good speakers, pretty good subwoofers, and you can feel the energy, in the show. So I said, you know what, if we're going to do this, we want to take that energy that we see and we feel here, and we want to take that to our venue. So
Right.
what we have there is not only 75 bays, we have 3 VIP bays that can hold, minimum 40, maybe 50 people. We have outdoor balconies, and we have an entertainment garden out in the back, which will have live shows Thursday, through Saturday. So the entertainment itself, this is not a corporate venue. This is privately owned. We're all from Indianapolis. We're homegrown. We like to take care of people. We're Midwestern, and we want to make sure that people have a good time, make sure they're welcome, make sure they feel good, make sure they're well fed. And you know what? And it's all about having fun.
Yeah.
Nowadays, going through the pandemic and the things that are happening in the world and Ukraine and so forth, people want to enjoy themselves and have
Yep.
fun.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you right now, there's no more fun people than the Page family.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I wish I would have known that you were coming out to Las Vegas, Paul. We had a brand new strip club open, and I think you would have loved. I would have liked to have taken you there.
I hope my wife's not watching.
Oh boy! Well, I'm sending her the link, so you might be any problems. We touched upon this a little bit before about growth, about the possibility of other locations. If you did that, and I don't see any reason why you would not be successful and want to expand the brand, but where the hell would you go? Would you stay in the Midwest, or would you perhaps come out this way?
Well, we've taken a look at some spots out in California, down in Texas, but I like to stay close to home. But we're amenable to being out there. But like Cincinnati, Nashville, Louisville, Chicago, I'd like to start in the Midwest. But you know what? You got to find. I've done a lot of development, and really, what you have to do, you got to find a good location.
Yeah.
And once you find that location, then you can grow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's location. That's what everybody
Absolutely.
says. All right, before we take our first short break, Paul, let me ask you this. With today's inflation and the crazy prices of things in going up in the world, how important is price point to you? And what have you guys said about that?
Again, we're a Midwest company. We're not corporate. So we don't have that level of corporate where we have to pay, those CEOs, those high benefits and those high wages. So I think we can keep our prices down. Again, we're Midwest. We want to take care of people. We want them to have fun. And it's not necessary to increase or, gouge people. We're family friendly, and that's the way we are, and that's the way we're going to stay.
Are you having a sales staff? Because as you know, people like Topgolf, very, very important for them to try to woo corporate events there, seminars, whatever. Are you going to kind of do the same thing?
Well, we have a sales team, but in Indianapolis, we have 28 million people go through here with conventions. So in and of itself, and Indianapolis does a fantastic job with their visitors. We got a visitor center that will actually probably do just as good a job as our sales team, bringing people to our venue.
Right.
You got to understand in that industry, and when conventions are coming to town, it's usually a 2-day event. Well, because of this venue, they may come here for 3 days, okay,
Yeah.
stay to do and play some golf. So what that does is that increases the money being spent in the city of Indianapolis,
Right.
From hotel rooms to restaurants.
Right. No, you're absolutely right, and that's great that you have that. All right, as I mentioned, Paul, stay with us. We're going to step away, take a short break. We come back, we're going to have a lot more with the gentleman from Back Nine Golf, Mr. Paul Page. Back right after this.
Welcome to Tea Time Fitness with Janice. Hi, I'm Janice Thornton, your golf fitness guru. So today let's talk rotator cuff because we want to make sure that we have great shoulder stability and we want to keep that rotator cuff strong. This is a great exercise for that. Grab a TheraBand, you can grab some tubing, put your arms so that you're forming a 90-degree angle, shoulders down, scapulas down. You're going to tuck your abdominals in. We're gonna go out, leading with your hands, go out and back in. You're gonna go out and back in. Lead with those hands and going out and back in. We're working that shoulder, that rotator cuff. Now, when you finish your set, do 12 reps. I want you to do pulses. So you're gonna be out here and then we're gonna do some small pulses. Do 6 to 8 small pulses and hold that last one and let it come on in. Your shoulders are gonna love you. Take your golf game to the next level and get to jtfitnessandgolf.com.
We all know that just about everything today is getting more expensive, and golf is no exception. Well, I'm here to tell you about one golf company that is designed to save you money. That's right, I said save money. Welcome to BreakfastBalls.golf, a company that sells the best used golf balls in like new condition at a fraction of the price you'd pay anywhere else. BreakfastBalls.golf carries all the popular brands of balls, from Pro Vs to Callaway to TaylorMade to Top Flight and many, many more. They even will ship you colored golf balls if that's your choice. They offer a great membership program as well, where members receive free shipping all of the time, plus great discounts. Save money and time. Go to breakfastballs.golf and check them out. So why not give yourself a breakfast ball on every tee, not just the first? Go to breakfastballs.golf and save money. All right, welcome back, everybody, to a continuation of the 19th Hole podcast for golfers. I'm your host, Dennis Silvers, having a great conversation with Paul Page. And look at that applause you got, Paul, from all these people in the studio. Wow, you're a star. Paul, I have found that typically competitive venues that are going to be competitive venues that you're going to have really don't offer incentives or specials to the customer. We're here, come and get it. We're not discounting anything. It is what it is for an hour and that type of thing. Are you going to do anything to change that?
Well, since we're new, I think at first we're gonna at least have to give, do some things. And like I said, we're Midwest, and we're from here, and we're all about charity as well. I even own a middle school football camp where we do a lot of charity as well. So that's just how we are. So, like I said, it is a business, but it's not all about business. It's more about people and taking care of them.
Yeah. Who is going to be your customer, do you think? Is it date night? Is it elite players, which, no disrespect, I don't think you're going to get, because that's what Topgolf was expecting to get, and that certainly didn't happen. Is it going to be new players? Is it going to be people off the putt-putt course? Who are you going after as your player, as your customer?
really, I mean, for us, it's all the above because the technology is different. I mean, I think that you're probably going to get the 21 to 40-year-olds, like our competitor gets. But I think, we're family oriented, so we'll get families. We will get, some of the top golfers because the tracking of this ball is different. It's, like I said, 99% effective. And from our first 4 bays, you're about 6 feet elevated, so it's kind of like a tee box.
Uh-huh.
So we track it, and there'll be an app where you can track your balls, how fast they go, what the spin rate is, and everything. So we'll get those. But what's a little bit different here, what you got to understand, is that we have golf courses. So, and we have 50-foot screens out in the fairway that, let's say they're playing Pebble Beach on TV on the weekend.
Right.
Well, in our bays, the golfers can play Pebble Beach, and it's addicting. So as our R&D, our research and development, I put one of these in a simulator in my basement in my house. And my son's 18-year-old's graduating from Cathedral, and all of his buddies, it's addicting. They're down there, till 2 o'clock in the morning, driving my wife crazy because they're hitting balls in the golf bay. But because they're playing golf courses. And so playing games is fine. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And this technology, you can play blackjack, you can play 21, you can do all that. But when you play a golf course, that's addicting, and good players won't like to do that.
Yeah, that's you make a very good point with that. It is a lot of fun with that. What are you doing, Paul, with respect to having, or have you thought about having golf instructors out there available? And are you going to partner, so to speak, with a particular golf club company like Top Golf did with Callaway, who eventually bought them? Any thoughts on that?
So we do have a golf pro that we've hired. He's going to be on staff full time. So we'll be able to offer lessons to the general public. And in addition to that, like I said, I keep going back to this, but the type of philosophy we have is we like to take care of people. And that golf pro, if people want, he'll be, walking up and down the bays. And if he sees something that somebody needs a little bit of help, you know what? Yeah, go in the bay and give him a little bit of assistance on the swing and make them feel better about themselves, because everybody likes to be successful on the golf course.
Yeah, sure they do. I mean, that's the reason that they play. And I tell them there's no shortcuts, obviously. It's just practice, 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 some good lessons, and, get out there and hit it. How closely did you and your partners study the golfing population in your area, and what's your target market? We talked about it a little bit, and I know you've got a bunch of golfers in Indianapolis, but are you trying to get them in to drive in to become a destination location?
The answer to that is yes. We did a feasibility study, and it's in this market works like I was telling you before. We have 28 million visitors here, in Indianapolis. But that's just part of it, because we are on downtown Indianapolis, and in the Midwest, it's the center of the United States. So you're going to get people from, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Illinois, and all about the Midwest. So our target audience is like I said, the 21 to 50-year-olds, families.
Yeah.
But it is going to be a destination.
Yeah. Okay. Talk to us before we take our next short break about the music area, the outside entertainment area. What are you planning? Is it going to be every night of the week, weekends? You having concerts? What are you going to do there?
So we'll have live concerts, Thursday through Saturday to start with this year, because we're going to open up in the middle of July. So you're kind of getting into the middle of the concert season.
Yeah.
And so we'll have that Thursday through Saturday. We probably will next year advance it a little bit and increase it. So we'll have, live bands, good bands, maybe some come up from Nashville, because it's only 4.5 hour drive. Yeah. So that'll be easy for them. And then there are some fantastic DJs in the area as well.
Oh, okay. I'm sure there are. That's going to be good. All right. Again, we got to step away, Paul. Take another short break. We come back. We're going to finish the show with Paul Page from Back Nine Golf that you're going to learn a little bit more about. So we're going to be back. Stay with us. Fabulous Freddy's is having a spectacular coupon book sale going on right now. Their sale price on coupon books for either full service or exterior only is fabulous. You can purchase a coupon book where you buy 7 and get 3 free, or you can purchase 4 and get 1 free. Head over to the Fabulous Freddy's on the southwest corner of Charleston and Fort Apache and check it out. Your car will love you for it.
Experience a salon like no other. Charm Beauty Lounge specializes in hair, skin, and a non-surgical, painless way to fuller hair, designed to boost hair volume up to 400% without glue or solvents. Make your appointment today. Call 702-201-1655.
Hey beautiful, come on in. Charm Beauty Lounge, Charm Beauty Lounge.
If you're an avid golfer like I am, how great would it be living on a golf course? It's fantastic, but you're probably thinking golf course property is just too expensive. Well, I'm here to tell you that the folks at RWM Home Loans here in Las Vegas can make it happen. RWM Home Loans in Las Vegas will access a wide variety of ways to customize a loan to help you get into that golf course property or anywhere else for that matter. They offer first-time home buyer programs, jumbo loans up to $5 million, and even reverse mortgages. So do yourself a favor and call Casey Zari right here in Las Vegas at 702-888-2251. Get started on that new home or property. That's 702-888-2251, or just go to rwmhomeloans.com. All right, we are back and finishing up in a couple of minutes with Paul Page from Indianapolis. And Paul, I assume you're a big Colts fan?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you go to the games?
I do.
All right.
I'm a bigger Pacers fan.
Oh, are you? Okay. Well, I get
I've
that.
had season tickets. I've had season tickets. Like I told you before, I was raised downtown.
Yeah.
I've been going to Pacer games since I was 10.
Oh, wow. Wow. Good for you. I had a text message from one of the viewers asking if you could explain without, I don't know if anything's proprietary or what, this ball flight technology that you're instituting.
That's a good question. So we've partnered with 2 different technology companies. One's Flight Golf. So what Flight Golf does, they have all the games in the back of the house. They have that technology. And what we've married that with is with a company called InRange. And they have, they have the technology that tracks the balls by radar. So it's 99% effective. And you have 2 fantastic partners, technology partners that know what they've done.
Right.
They've tested this. It's fantastic. The InRange is actually out of the UK and South Africa, and Flight Golf is out of Dallas and Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Right. Exactly. Are you going to charge like other companies similar to you an hourly thing for the use of the bay and that type of thing?
That's correct. So there'll be a price per hour, and then you get your food and beverage.
Okay. Can you get a membership? You can offer a membership program, which I
Yes,
think
we
would be a great
offer,
idea.
Yeah, personal and corporate memberships.
Okay, that's going to be good. Let me ask you this, and just divert a little bit. What do you think about this Saudi tour that's going on, and some of these top players that I mentioned that are jumping from the PGA Tour to play over there? What's your personal feelings about that?
Well, my personal opinion is, I mean, competition I think is good.
Yeah,
and I think it'll wash itself out. I think these guys they're out there and they're trying to create something new, something for the fans.
Yeah.
It's all about the fans, and if they put on a good show and something for us to watch, and for I understand now, watching you earlier, that it's not going to be on TV this year. I'm
Right.
disappointed with that.
Yeah.
because I'd like to watch it.
Yeah, and so would a lot of other people. But I'm telling you, if it's at all successful, they're gonna get a television network to cover.
There's no question about
Yeah,
that.
to cover some of these events. What do you think about the growth of golf in general, Paul? I know that the courses here are just exploding. They can't sell enough golf equipment with golf retailers here. They're months and months behind with some of the club makers as far as people ordering and getting their clubs. I think personally it's going to come to an end in the very near future. But what do you think about the state of the game? Because you're out there every week playing golf.
Well, I mean, I think it started, with these golf entertainment venues, because what's happening is that you were talking about earlier about, the high end, the good golfers, that are playing golf. Well,
Yeah.
these entertainment venues have brought it to the average golfer, and you don't
Yeah.
need to be, a 5 handicap to go out there and play, because it's all about the fun. And my
Right.
daughter, she was telling me she'll go to our country club and she hits balls out in the fairway, but she says, Dad, when I'm up at Top Golf, our competitor, she goes, I hit the ball better. And she has more fun doing that because she's the average person and not necessarily the average golfer. So I
Right.
think that's increased the golfing community. And then secondly, when the pandemic hit, you got to understand these are outdoor venues. These are not indoor venues, because if something happens like that and people are scared to be
Right.
inside and to catch a disease or whatever, these venues offer an outdoor entertainment.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to disagree with you. I don't think it will go backwards. As a matter of fact, I think as we open up more venues, that we'll get even more people interested in the game of golf, which
Yeah,
is good for everybody.
That it is, well, it is good for everybody, and I'm down for that 100%. If somebody wants to learn more about Back Nine Golf and about what you're doing and stuff, where can they go to get information? You have a website set up, obviously.
We do have a website, and it is back9golf.com.
Okay. All right. That's simple. That's sweet. Back9golf.com. Everybody, you could remember that. All right. Last question before I let you go. If I come out there, do I get a media rate on the charge for the Bay?
A media rate. Hey, it's on me. You can stay at my house. Bring your foursome. House is big enough. You can stay there.
I love it.
It's on me.
It's
on
love it.
me.
And I could get down to your basement to hit some damn balls. And
Exactly.
Play
We can
All
practice.
right. I love it, Paul. I love it. Anyway, thanks for taking time out to come on the show. I know you're going to do well. Best of luck. And again, you're opening to the public about when?
July the 14th.
July the 14th. All right.
That'll be our VIP opening. And I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be fantastic. And it's all about the fun. And we will have a lot of fun.
I love
So
it.
please come out and visit us. We'd
I
love it.
love it. I'm certainly planning on doing that. You've been absolutely great, and we'd love to have you back sooner than later. And I will see you soon, my friend. Thanks for coming on, Paul.
Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate it. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Paul Page, everybody, from Indianapolis. All right, we're going to take one more break, and then we're going to wrap up the show. We'll be right back.
As golfers, we want instant gratification when it comes to a better golf swing and playing better golf. Impossible, you say? Not anymore. Golf Boost Artificial Intelligence, AI, has developed and patented the most advanced swing analysis technology in golf. Simply, the algorithms detect your body position and then analyze your golf swing using their artificial intelligence technology. The AI captures all the relevant data from your swing video and then presents you a personalized lesson. Golf Boost AI is the ultimate swing analysis and virtual instruction system for golfers of all ages and abilities. This sophisticated software takes into consideration your height and build, playing level, and returns the ideal solution for your swing. Bottom line, Golf Boost AI is an incredibly convenient and cost-effective tool for golfers to improve their swing. Go to golfboost.com and check it out. The app is free to download and try. Visit golfboost.com today.
Innovation begins at a single point. Elements, each with their unique character. Fire-forged steel creates unprecedented control. Chemistry delivers a touch so soft, combined to create a level of performance previously unimagined. Like magic, the Elixir, the new tour ball from Encore.
All right, everybody, before we leave you, I just want to kind of cross-market. I started doing a new show. It's called Pick Your Politics. I do it with a very lovely young lady who's kind of a political insider, Stephanie Phillips. We do that on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you like politics the way we do, we hope that you start tuning in. I think you're going to enjoy the show. We talk to local as well as soon national politicians, and I think you'll like it. It's very, very informative. Next week, we've got an absolute great guest on the show, a former tour player that has set a still-standing record in professional golf, and I don't know if it's ever going to be broken. He's written a book about it. I don't want to blow it right now and tell you what it is and who he is. You're just going to have to tune in next week, same time, same place. So keep it in the short stuff, and we'll see you next week from Rigel Studios right in the heart of Las Vegas. So long, everybody.